joining me. I want to show you how to freeze egg yolks. It seems like it may be an easy thing, but the things about egg whites and egg yolks, they act different ways in the freezer. Egg whites you can freeze on their own just fine, and they won't change consistency at all. But when you freeze egg yolks, they really take on a gelatinous type characteristic. I'm going to show you some that I froze. You'll notice I have, I was making a bunch of icing one day, and I have 17 yolks in here, and this is from November, so that's about 4 months ago. These have been frozen since then, and I thawed them in the refrigerator overnight, so they are completely thawed. You can tell they're not frozen there. Let me dump them into this bowl, and you can tell how frankly disgusting they are. They've become a gelatinous mess. That's not something that you would be able to put like in a nice custard. These are really just not usable anymore. So that's just wasted, and there's no sense that you froze them in the first place. So for 4 egg yolks, I have 1.5 teaspoons of regular granulated sugar. So I'm just going to pour this right into the yolks and just stir it together nice and completely, just to make sure it's really touching all of the egg yolk liquid. So that's ready to go. And how I like to freeze these, there's not a lot of air within the bag. I go ahead and mark this with 4 yolks and then the date before I fill it up. And then I open up the bag and stick it in a cup or a coffee mug or something that's just gonna sit upright so it's easy to pour into. And then it also holds its shape really well. So what I'm gonna do is just scrape all of this. You probably wanna use a rubber spatula to get all you can. Pour it in there. And I'm going to go ahead and freeze it just like this open, so that when it comes out, it'll be like in a solid block, and then I can get all of that air out of there, and it's not going to affect it as it's in the freezer. So that's the way you want to freeze egg yolks. They'll come out when you thaw them overnight in the refrigerator. Don't leave them out on the counter, but in the refrigerator overnight. When they come out thawed, they're going to be just like they were when you put them in the freezer, ready to use in any recipe. So that's a great tip on freezing egg yolks. Give it a try. Have fun with it.